All right. Hello and welcome to Christmas time. You guys heard that right? You heard that right. The holiday season is upon us. And of course, you're listening to Green Dudes, the only Green Day podcast that matters. You are here with myself, Connor Mack. That's me. I'm here with my best pal in the Green Day verse, uh, Green Day comrade in arms, BFFFFFFL, and of course my dude wife for life, Mr. Connor Kelly.
Yeah. Hey, Connor, I'm happy to be coming together around the holiday season, just as we did last year.
Yeah,
Um, because it feels like around this special time, we're not just the green dudes. We're the red and green dudes.
absolutely, we are. I think that's an important thing to address. Green Day is a band. So here's the thing. Um, First off, folks, if you're watching the video, if you're listening to the podcast, Um, welcome to the second annual Green Dudes Holiday Special. Where we do things a little bit differently around the holidays. We're not talking about just one song. We're talking about Green Day at the holidays. Green Day is they have never been a band that has shied away from celebrating the holidays. Um, and that's lucky for us. That means we have content. We have content we can mine from,
Oh
you
yeah.
know. Um and so figuring out this year's holiday episode for me, I was like racking my brains. I was like, well, we have there's a new video that was unearthed of Billy Joe singing holiday songs at 13 years old at a church or something. That could have been cool. There is Green Day did a bunch of Christmas covers when they were posting messages to their like voicemail messages to their website in 2000. Um, of course, there's Xmas time of the year. You know, there's so many things to pull from, but luckily something happened, and I was just like, okay, that's the Green Dudes holiday special just kind of fell into my lap. It was like it was meant to be, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Green Day did not put out another Xmas single. They didn't do anything really that special, but what they did do, we'll get to that very shortly. But first off, Connor, just want to hear about how you're doing through this holiday season. Are have you done all your shopping yet?
No,
No, you haven't, and now
no.
we're
In fact, many people in my life are not going to get gifts this year.
okay. Wow,
Um,
wow,
Yeah, this December, especially this latter half of the month, has been um a lot.
yeah,
It's because I had to devote a lot of time to finishing up school. And it's like some of that is my fault. That's always going to be my fault because it's like, well, if I had paced myself better here or done more, but that's not the way I operate. So, of course, I kind of have to like finish everything in this mad rush at the end.
yeah,
But I did finish everything. That's all done. Um, and then once I finished that, I was like, okay, so now I'm gonna have some time. Like now I can do it. And I ended up going out, not last night, but 2 nights ago, and um, some friends and I we went to this Asian restaurant, and I ordered this tofu, this this silken tofu, and Connor, it wreaked havoc on me.
Yeah,
It is
I mean,
utterly destroy I've never felt this way from eating anything in my life.
yeah, we would have recorded this episode yesterday maybe. But yeah, Connor texted me, he said I think I have food poisoning or something. Um and so I'm just imagining you just shitting your brains out all day.
Yeah, it came out of both ends,
Okay, gotcha. All right.
and, yeah, it just kinda, like, hit me all at once, like, I felt fine for a couple hours after, and, I'm out with, my wife and, again, like, some other friends. Some people I'm just meeting for the first time
Yeah.
ever, and, I realize that something is, like, very wrong within my body.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm gonna power through it because part of the reason we were out is we were celebrating someone's birthday, and I didn't want to, be like, oh yeah, we got to dip, because it wasn't gonna be much longer anyways.
Yeah.
There was a there was a designated end time for this event that we were at, so I was like,
Connor, don't tell me you puked all over the birthday girl or person.
no, I didn't,
Okay. Phew.
but she did have to watch me puke all over the subway floor.
Oh my
So,
god. Oh my god.
um,
Oh no.
which was really embarrassing. And literally, the train that was coming, it came like just. I think it was like literally as I was throwing up, like the train. Like I just wish they didn't have to see it. Like if the
Yeah.
train just came 10 seconds early, I swear it was like the time frame was that close, and there just like came a point of no return, and I was like, whatever this is, it's gonna come out of me. And Connor, it
Yeah.
was so much. I threw up so
Ugh.
much. And then I was like, well, I can't be on the train. So I was like, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Took a Uber home, and I was fine through that. Went home, instantly fell asleep. Woke up at like 3 a.m. Had to have it come out the other end.
Yeah, of course.
And then I slept on and off until like something like 5 p.m. Connor, I
Jesus.
slept, and I got up at different points throughout the day to be like, all right, I'm up. Like I
Yeah.
got up at 12. I was like, okay, I'm up now. I was up from like 12 to 1, and then I was like falling asleep on the couch, and my wife's like, you should just go to bed. I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, go back to bed. And then I slept until like 5. I felt completely delirious. Connor, I have never, and I barely drank. This has nothing to do with
Yeah.
like being super drunk. It has to be this food.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
So
about that, but
no, no, seriously, seriously. So yeah, I'm on the other side of it. I'm doing okay, but
okay.
I'm still a little fatigued. So if I'm a little weary through this, that's
Yeah.
the reason.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. It was hard to tell because you have kind of been run ragged this month even before your food poisoning um episode. So I mean, hopefully this is the worst of it, and
Yeah,
you can
I think
start the new year on a positive note.
I think so. I think I'm all good now.
Yeah. um and I have no idea if I asked this last year or not, but what does Green Day and Christmas, or Green Day around Christmas time, have you think of? Do you have any memories of Green Day at Christmas time, or any um any fondness of how the two are intertwined?
Um, I don't know about Green Day and Christmas time so much. Sometimes I think about like Green Day and New Year's for
Yeah,
um New Year's sets that they played. Obviously there's the most recent one, Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, but
hell yeah.
I can think of at least one other um where you and I were hanging out, and we ended up watching that. So,
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
we've had a bunch of New Year's Eves together. I mean, even just our families hanging out together, and then you best believe there was always, even if Green Day wasn't playing on TV, there was always Green Day playing on the boombox.
mhm,
Always,
that's true, and they
every
love
dang
that,
time. Everyone loved it.
and they love right, and they love that.
Everyone loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I've talked about this at all on the podcast, but one of the cringiest memories I have is of us on New Year's Eve. It was your family, my family, and then right as the clock strikes midnight, I pop in the Nimrod CD and I play Good Riddance for everybody.
Wow.
Um, and I thought that would be a really great idea, but just thinking back on it, it's really, it fills me with dread and
Yeah,
embarrassment.
yeah,
But it did happen.
yeah, that's funny. Um, man, I wish I remembered that.
Yeah.
Sounds it does sound like something you would do, though. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got plenty of Green Day. I mean, this is kind of our way of saying, Green Dudes is going to be around for many, many years to come because as long as we have Christmas Green Day content, will be good. Now, Connor, today, of course, our topic of discussion is not necessarily Green Day, but a different entity that Green Day is a part of. We're talking about Punk Bunny. It's pretty much, if Punk Bunny was a band, it would be a four piece. It would be Billy, Mike, Trey, and the Drunk Bunny.
Right.
And then together, instead of instruments, they made coffee.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's probably the easiest way to think about it,
Yeah.
instead of just thinking about, you know, them as, like, making just like a coffee company.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So we're gonna. So they put out. There's like one of these trends. Within the last few years, you have a video of a Yule log, and it's like you live Yule log video on a loop for 5 hours or something. That's like that trend's been only around for a few years, right? It's not a
I don't know, is that a trend?
you're not aware of that trend? It's kind of like
Well,
like
I
the
know
lo-fi
I know
music
what
and
I know what a Yule log is, but that's not a trend, like, a Yule log's been a thing.
I'm
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the trend is where it's a YouTube video that's on a loop. It's like a live, just a video of a Yule log burning,
Yeah,
that
I
played on
don't
a loop.
I don't feel like that's that new. I don't think that's very new.
I think it's like the last 5 years. It's been a trend ever since. I think things like that have grown, in popularity ever since the lo-fi beats to chill and study to that happened.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's been around for longer. I think it's probably exploded more.
All right.
I
Well,
guess I don't know
thank
about
you
the whole,
for
but, like, yours I mean, it's weird to think of it as, like, it's not like a TikTok trend, like, when we call it, like, a trend,
not well.
you know?
There are trends other places besides TikTok. I'm not sure if you're aware. I know you are a teacher, so you think probably
Right.
that like you only think about TikTok when it comes to trends. But anyways, we can meet halfway then. But in my perception, I feel like it's something that has just kind of at least just gotten my attention in the last few years. How popular these things are, and so Green Day and Punk Bunny decided to capitalize on this growing trend.
Hmm.
Um, and they have they for the holidays they posted a video of it's Punk Bunny Coffee Yule log, uh, which is a live, not a live stream, but a video of Billy, Mike, Trey, and the Drunk Bunny just sitting by the Yule log, for 10 hours. It's a 10-hour video. All they do is sit by the Yule log as it burns, and I'm doing that in air quotes. We'll get to that. And so, if you haven't watched that, that's okay, because we are here to cover it. We're gonna be commenting. We're gonna be doing commentary for all 10 hours of this thing right now. We're doing a marathon.
Which is exactly what I want to be doing as I'm recovering from food poisoning.
Exactly. And I know Connor, Connor was okay with it. It was his idea. So, but before we get into that, just briefly, there's a couple of other orders of business got to get to, and let's see if this thing works here, Connor. I discovered this video on Instagram.
Okay.
It's here. I will play you the video, and we'll see what you think afterwards.
Hang on.
Okay.
Am I okay? Because I think I need to pull up where you sent it to me.
No. It should be on the screen there for you.
It is? Oh, now it is.
All right. Now just give me a second. I'm gonna restart it, and then we can play it. Here we go.
You already retired? Were you good? You must have made a lot of money. You wrote a song for me? What song did you write? What? You wrote Basket Case by Green Day? What the? Well, now the crowd's not interested in what I have to say. You just cucked me in front of this whole thing. Yeah, I know you're doing your little thing up there, but I wrote one of the top 10 songs of the 90s. Oh, okay, I'm going to call your bluff. I'm looking up on Wikipedia right now. Oh, how convenient. Oh, yeah, I wrote Stairway to Heaven. Yeah. Oh, everyone knows that. What was it? They called it Good Riddance. I called it You wrote Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, but it's just conveniently no evidence anywhere in history. You're his boys. Did he do this? Did he play that song at his high school graduation? You know what, Tom? It's disgusting what they do to talented straight white men like us. Society doesn't want us to win, Tom. Raise your hand if you believe, Tom. Okay, the crowd is turning. Okay.
All right. Now I know you agree with the last point there that he made.
Oh, yeah, without
about
a doubt.
the straight white men. But yeah, so essentially, folks, if you weren't picking up on this, if you're just listening to the audio or something, and it's this comedian. His name is Jeffrey ATM. His first name is Jeffrey, last name is ATM, like automatic teller machine. There's a guy in the crowd at his stand-up show that says that he wrote Basket Case and Good Riddance. But he called it Time of Your Life. He says he played it at his 84 high school graduation. So this video kind of was making the rounds a few weeks ago. And Connor, I had to get your thoughts on it.
Well, yeah, it's like where to begin, right? Maybe the place to begin is how could you play that song at your 84 high school graduation?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's ridiculous because I mean, I guess if he wrote the song, that like it's it's hard to even think about what the timeline would be like. So he wrote it in 84, played it, saved it for 10 years. Billy was demoing it during the Dookie sessions. So he gave it to the band like before they signed the major label deal. And then I don't know. It's hard to parse, but the other funny thing is the comedian's like, yeah, your boy's with you. Apparently they're like his college buddies. Claim, oh yeah, he definitely sang it as 84 graduation, high school graduation. But you guys were friends from college. You didn't know him in high school.
Well, that's not what they said. I think
This
you're.
plot is falling
I think
apart.
you're assuming that, but
No, there's text. There's text in the video. It says college friends.
is that what it? Okay.
That's what it says. He's there with his college friends.
I mean, they could have gone to high school together too, and then went
Then,
to the same college.
well, no, then you would say high school friends or long-term friends, lifelong
I
friends.
guess I don't know. Sometimes the nuance is lost in a little video, but
Yeah.
which is not to say I'm not taking this guy's side.
Well, it kind of sounds like you're on.
I'm not taking this guy's side. You know, I'm just trying to get to the truth here. Just like, you know, is a trend something that like
Oh God, let's
gains popularity and loses it, or is it, you know, like, is it a trend if it's something that occurs every year at the same time because of a predetermined season? I don't know.
I'm not talking just about the.
That's all I'm saying.
It's more about like an ASMR kind of thing. It's,
Yeah.
There's these different videos that are on the loop
but
for
this isn't
hours
an
and hours
ASMR
and
thing.
hours.
This is a Yule log, which has been a thing for a long time.
I'm not saying that the Yule log is a trend. I know it's been probably around for thousands of years.
Well, I'm not talking about the Yule log as a concept. I'm saying Yule log videos. We're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, but not on a loop for fucking 18 hours.
I don't know.
On YouTube.
I do not know, buddy. I don't know.
I don't know why you're stuck on this one.
I'm not stuck on it. I'm past it. I want to talk about this video that you played.
I was trying to get you. I was trying.
About that.
You brought it back.
You know what's funny too is I was just having this conversation with my wife about like man, what I was now I'm trying to think of what sparked this. I don't know. Somehow we were having a discussion about super popular artists and writing their own songs. And she was like, "Well, do you think that Billy Joe writes all his own songs?" And I was like, "Yeah. Yes. I 100% do. I don't think he's ever had anyone write a song for him that they've released under Green Day because he's never needed to, you know, like there's more songs within him than he could ever write, you know, like his body of work speaks for itself, you know, it really comes from him. And we sit down and talk about each track and look at the lyrics, and like it's, you know, it's clear that this comes from one person. And I'm sure that there's plenty of evidence that would support that throughout all of Green Day's history. So it's just funny to me that anyone would claim to be a ghostwriter for Green Day. Like I get they're very popular, and I do think that there's this idea like you reach a certain level of stardom and it's like, oh well, you know, fucking you're done. You don't have to do it. Everyone is gonna do it for you now. But I think if there's one thing you can't hold over Green Day's head, they do. No matter what you think of them, they do at least write their own songs. So,
yeah, that's very true. I think. I mean, obviously, what this is it's a rowdy old guy that's had a bit too much to drink. Is telling a tall tale to the comedian on stage.
Yeah, because like, you know, if this guy wrote a shadow writer's contract, which who's even to say if that's real, but you know, let's just assume it is. I'm not a shadow writer. Well, okay, so you sign the contract, but like now, like 40 years later, you can just say that you wrote the song out loud in public. I mean, like, where is the
Yeah,
is that?
I mean, maybe the statute of limitations was up.
Yeah, could be the
He
statute of
was,
limitations,
yeah,
right?
he was released from his NDA.
That could be. I don't
So I
know.
mean, any listener who has Billy's ear wants to point him to this guy and just see what he has to say about it, because I love like an angry Instagram video of Billy saying I write all my own damn songs.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah,
And
that would be funny to get his response. I'd like to see
yeah,
it.
that's the content we deserve. So let's get it. Let's push it his way. Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty interesting. And then the other thing I think I'll save for another time was I just opened it accidentally was I saw I saw this really deranged and disgusting AI dilemma music video that has like Donald Trump in it. But I think I might save that for next time.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. But anyways, on to the main event here. Connor, are you ready to watch this Yule log burn?
Yeah, we still have 10 whole hours ahead of us.
We do, yes. We better get going.
I'm ready for it.
So let's watch this thing and make sure we comment on the minutia. Every single detail will be, covered. We're watching this thing. We're watching this entire thing, so you don't have to. Okay.
Right, you have to watch us watching it instead.
You have to watch us watch it. Yes, exactly. Which is better. All right, here we go, baby. All right, you can see it, Connor?
I sure can.
All
I'm
right,
watching
so
Billy Joe watch me right now.
we're watching Billy Joe watch us. He is taking a sip of his coffee.
I have to take a sip. Looks
Hear
like
So you can hear the crackle of the Yule log. You can you see a very nicely decorated living room area. Connor, what is the one thing in this picture that just seems wrong to you?
there is no fire.
There is no fire. There is wood. There is a fireplace. There is wood in the fireplace.
And it does sound like there's a softly burning fire.
It also sounds like there is a fire burning, but no, there's just lights that are flickering over top of the Yule log, and they thought we would fall for that.
Yeah, what do they take us for?
Yeah, I mean, what's the thought process here? Was it a safety thing? Was it are they cheaping out? Where do they film this? What are your thoughts, Connor? What was the decision making process behind this?
I think if this was really 10 hours long, then it's probably just to make the continuity easier.
Huh.
Of things.
And there are glitches, as you can see. I think that was the video glitching out a little bit.
That doesn't have to do with you or your setup.
No, that's not on my end. Are you kidding me?
So that's part of the video. Like anyone.
That's part of the video. That's part of the video, man.
Gotcha.
That's part of the video.
Yeah. It does kind of feel like you think it would have been nicer with those. You ever see those like fake fireplace setups where you turn it on? There's like a little like fan or vent that like blows up the thingies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's it's like it's obviously fake, but in kind of like a tacky way. Might have been fun.
It would have been fun, and I mean, I don't know. Kind of feels like they're not even trying to even pretend it's real.
I know. All of a sudden, I'm really starting to wonder if this Billy Joe guy writes his own songs.
Oh, I mean, honestly, I've never doubted him once up until this very moment. At this point, I'm like thinking if the Yule log is fake, what else is fake about this guy?
Yeah.
His hair, his teeth.
Certainly neither of those things.
What do you think about his fit, his wardrobe? He's wearing kind of a stylish robe,
Hmm.
but that's the only casual thing about his wardrobe here in the video.
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. I like the robe. You know, I'm a robe guy. I like to wear robes.
You are a robe guy.
Which is kind of why I feel like, man, the robe with the collared shirt and the tie, it looks nice, but it feels a little at odds to me because it's like, you know, which is it? Are you settling down for the day and relaxing? Because I mean, I don't know. Do you keep the tie on? Maybe.
Do you think Billy sleeps with his tie on?
If anyone would sleep with his tie on, it might be Billy. I'm sure Billy has slept with a tie on many a times at this point in his life.
Yeah, probably true. I mean, probably not purposefully,
Right.
but I'm sure it's happened. Maybe he's gotten food poisoning and just passed out, you know, with his tie on.
Yeah, who could blame him? I don't know.
So you think it was the tofu?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Because don't you usually get food poisoning from like real meat
Well,
if it's not cooked enough?
I don't know.
And you know, tofu is not it's not real meat.
Wow, so there's a lot of things being called into question this
Yeah.
this holiday special. What is the truth, you know? Did Billy write Basket Case? What is a trend? How long has the Yule log video been in existence? And could I have gotten food poisoning from tofu? Connor, I guess I don't know if the right answer is, or if the right term is food poisoning. What I can tell you is I am 99% certain that I got sick after eating this food, specifically this tofu, because I'm the only one who ate the tofu. No one else ate
Okay.
it, and no one
Okay.
else got sick. And it was kind of weird because it was silken tofu. I eat a lot of tofu. I love tofu.
Yeah.
But
You're a tofu fool.
I'm a tofu.
Yep.
I'll press the tofu. I'll coat it in well, it depends, but sometimes you like coat it in cornstarch and a little olive oil and then you bake it or you fry it and it gets crispy and that's excellent. Love it like that. Now, last night this place I went to, right? It was listed as Tang's amazing tofu. No other description to it. Didn't say silken tofu or crispy tofu or anything. It said Tang's amazing tofu. And it was underneath, it was just like, try our amazing tofu. That was it. And I was like, you know what? I love tofu. I'm going to try whatever this tofu is, no questions asked, and see if I think it is as amazing as it claims. And when it got to me, I was a little surprised because I was like just not expecting it to be this cut up silken tofu in this sort of like spicy sauce. And it's not that it tasted bad. I ate the whole thing. So even as I was eating it, I wasn't like, oh man, this is but like it also like I did kind of force myself to eat it because I ordered it, but I didn't think it was bad. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna scarf it down and be done with it. And then of course everything that happened after is what happened after. So yes, I think it was does that mean it's food poisoning? I don't know. I feel like I was poisoned by the food.
Yeah. You don't think it was an intentional poisoning from the chef?
I mean, I wouldn't want to just rule that out as a possibility. But as far as I know, I don't think so.
Now, going back to the video here, you can see Billy Joe is showing some leg. You see that?
Yeah, I do.
He's crossing his legs. He's showing some skin there.
Yeah, if this was like the 1850s, this would be very promiscuous.
Yeah, he would. I mean, his foot would be cut off probably.
Yeah.
Now, Connor, you can notice some things in the background here. They have Punk Bunny merchandise. They have a little Nimrod sticker or something in the back on the shelf. Now, what Punk Bunny brew do you think Billy Joe's drinking right now?
That's a good question. Maybe maybe the sound check one.
Sound check is a good idea. I'm gonna guess though, Father of all dark roasts.
Hmm.
I think he's a dark roast guy, but maybe since it seems maybe this is like a nighttime drink, maybe he is doing something a little tiny bit lighter, which is
Yeah.
sound check, which I think is still a dark
Hmm.
roast, just a wee bit lighter.
As I said that, I was a little unsure actually. I was like, wait, was that Oakland coffee? But that carried over from Oakland to Punk Bunny, right? So
Yeah,
I think that that's an option.
Father of all dark roasts carried over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most flavors carried over. Maybe some of them got renamed though too.
Yeah. Because that and I saw the limited edition ones they were doing for Dookie,
That's
Saviors, right?
yeah, and they did the hot cocoa.
Yeah. Yep.
And they kind of did made themselves into like Peanuts cartoons, and they did that video that you sent me via
that was
Instagram.
cute, right?
I kind of wished when I was watching that, I was like, it would be so fucking rad if they did a new Christmas song and this was like the music video for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I feel like the concept was kind of wasted on Punk Bunny, but it was cute nonetheless.
Yeah, they could always come back to it.
So what do you think is going through Billy's head right now?
You have to wonder because we're probably only like 10 minutes into this video or so.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes in.
So, he's settling in here for several hours at least. I know Mike and Trey are going to come in here later too. I think they kind of take them in shifts.
Yeah. They do, yeah.
But yeah, you do just kind of have to imagine, like, what are you thinking about when you're essentially just asked to sit and drink coffee knowing that you're going to be observed and scrutinized through a U-Log video? Or maybe not watched at all at the same time, because usually U-Log videos you put on, you don't really sit down and watch them second by second like we're doing now. But
it's something that's in the background. Yeah, I mean, you're really not meant to watch them the way we're watching them right now.
No.
For the whole 10 hours nonetheless.
Right, exactly.
Like we very well might be out of our minds.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been feeling delirious as it is, and like just sitting here watching the time slowly pass second by second.
Yeah.
Without even an actual fire burning. It feels like I'm kind of losing it right now.
Now, let's see. So we're 10 minutes in. It's almost 8 p.m. So we'll be done. We will be done by 5:45, 6 in the morning.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's really not that bad. I mean, we might as well start brewing some Punk Bunny coffee for ourselves,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you still have some?
No, I'm all out.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck. We're kind of screwed, Connor.
I know. I don't know if I'm going to make it without the Punk Bunny coffee, but
we're kind of screwed. Okay. All right. The big question on my mind is you see those 3 stockings?
I do.
Now, whose stocking is whose? Because I'm assuming it's they're Billy, Mike, Trey, but which stocking is for which member?
Yeah. Well, I feel like the plaid stocking is Trey because of all
Oh
the
yeah,
plaid he wears
he's
with
a
his.
big fan of plaid. He
He
is.
is. So I feel like that would be his. And then between the stripes and the Christmas tree, I think I'm going to give the stripes to Billy, and then Mike would get the tree.
I think I agree with that actually, because I mean Billy, especially this year, he has been a big fan of wearing stripes on stage and off stage. You know. Oh wait, what? Hey, what do you know? What? Oh, it's moving at 1.25 speed now.
What? What's that you got
That's
going on
so
there?
weird. Why is it doing that?
I don't know. That's strange.
Oh wait, 1.5 speed? Is that too fast?
I don't know. That would still be
Kinda-
like hours and hours and hours and hours. I mean, it would still, you know, two
It
times
kinda-
speed would still be 5 whole hours. So I mean, you know,
That's
it's
true,
not
that's
too
true.
fast, but
But it's kind of, I feel like Billy is doing a very good job at pretending to be relaxed and like moving slowly and just kind of being just like existing in the video, which is like the idea. That's like the point of a Yule log video or like an ambient background video.
definitely.
So I think he's doing a really good job at that. We'll see what the other members uh how they're how they. Okay, Billy Joe just got up and walked away now. So I think okay, we got
Wow.
Mr. Trey Cool sitting down in the chair.
Here's our first transition. Wow.
We got our first transition. And Connor, I'm thinking maybe we should have done 1.5 speed from the beginning, huh?
I mean, it wouldn't really have made too much of a difference, but
No, I
Yeah.
guess not. We're still going to be here all night, you know. Because then after the end, we're going to have to do our overall breakdown of the
oh yeah, right. And our analysis.
our analysis.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so Mr. Trey Cool, Connor, what do you think about his wardrobe? It's a bit more understated than Billy's.
Yeah, he looks. It's definitely a little more casual. It's just a robe and some socks. I think he has a shirt on under there, but who's to say if there's anything else?
It's true. With Trey, you never know.
Oh, absolutely.
Could be
You do
going
not.
commando. The one thing that I noticed immediately, Connor, I'm not sure if you picked up on this, is his hair is a normal color
Yeah.
for him. I mean, because all this summer, his hair has been dyed blue.
That's right.
So, what do you think? Did he dye it back to his normal shade, or was this filmed last year before he dyed it blue, or early this year? What's your take?
You know, good question. But I don't know. It seems it could go either way, but I kind of feel like maybe he did just dye it back.
Yeah,
Maybe it is like now that they kind of have a bit more downtime. You know, they finished up their tour and everything, and you know, I think somewhere between that period and now, I could see him, you know, shaving off the mustache, re-dyeing his hair. And
I forgot about the mustache. Yeah,
I can't forget about the mustache.
it's seared into your
That's
memory.
all I see when I close my eyes at night. Yeah. You know, another thing I'm noticing, not like noticing as in like, oh wow, this is like a novel realization because, you know, this is just how Trey is. But you know, his legs look very smooth here.
They're shiny.
Yeah.
Do you think he shaves them?
I think he must. Right?
I mean, so my thought is he either shaves them. It's probably easier to drum with shaved legs, but also Connor, over the years, he has been exposed to so much pyro that, like, I feel like maybe his leg hair has just been burnt off, like, permanently.
Yeah, I mean, if it's strong enough to sear his leg hair, though, wouldn't his head hair be fucked as well?
Depends on where the pyro is set off. I think they try and steer it away from the faces and heads of the band members.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I'm not a pyromaniac or a pyrotechnic. Pyrotechnicolor Dreamcoat.
Nice one. I like
I'm
that.
not either. Just a theory.
You remember growing up and you'd be like, every now and then you'd be like, Connor, why are your legs like so smooth? Like you have no hair on your fucking legs. Like, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't. You're like, do you shave your legs? I'm like, yeah, I just don't like have any leg hair right now. Like, and you were like, what? Like,
Would I say that to you?
yeah, no, like
Wow.
yeah, I have like this memory. Like, I don't know, which is weird because maybe it implies that you had leg hair before me, but. And like obviously, you know, things kind of changed because like now I have like this full beard and you know, we see how things worked out for you, which is fine. You know, it's like everyone, you know, it's like a give and take, you know.
Yeah.
But when I, when I was I do kind of have this memory of you being like, "Man, Connor, what's up with your legs?" So seeing Trey's legs like that makes me think of that.
That's interesting. I can't imagine me having leg hair before you, but I mean, people do grow at different rates. You know, it's
Yeah.
Obviously you have the beard, and I have yet to bloom. I have yet to bloom with the full beard. It's only a matter of time, though.
It is.
Now while you were talking, Connor, so I was going to praise Trey for his ability to kind of sit still and be calm. He was kind of starting to break a little bit. He did like a joke where he pretended to fall asleep and snap back into reality. Made a few funny faces, but overall, I'm very impressed and a bit surprised with how much self-control Trey has had.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough because in a Yule log video as long as this one, you can't just show your hand right at the start, you know.
True. You got to pace yourself.
You got to pace yourself. So Trey knows that. He knows the game. And even now, I see him doing some very exaggerated look arounds and side eyes. And so, like, he's definitely still finding ways to kind of, you know, showcase sort of like that character of Trey. Like, oh, it's the Trey Cool we all know and love. Now in Yule log form. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we've talked about this too. Like, does that character ever turn off? Or is he Trey Cool 24/7?
Yeah, I think he is. Honestly.
For better or for worse?
Yeah, probably for worse. I think it'd be really annoying to be around Trey.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe more so in his youth. I think I do think he has mellowed out a little bit. But no, he's still the goofball we know and love.
Yeah. Connor, do you think he's drinking the same coffee?
I'm gonna go with Last Ride In. I think he's drinking a cup of Last Ride In brew. What's your guess?
You know what? I'm gonna piggyback off of your vote there, buddy.
All right. And we'll have no way to verify this, so we'll just assume that we're right, unless somebody wants to reach out to Trey and ask. I mean, but then we could go with the conspiracy theory route, Connor, and be like, well, are they actually drinking coffee? Is there anything in those mugs right now?
You know, that is the real question.
Yeah, is the risk of spillage too strong? You know, especially with Trey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything needs to be called into question.
Yeah. I mean, these days, you think of those freaking drones in the sky everywhere. It's like, what are they?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, is this even Trey, or is this just an
Is
AI?
this a drone? Is this a drone?
Is this just an AI drone of Trey Cool?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why he doesn't have the blue hair, because they copied
Yeah.
everything except for the most recent iteration.
And that explains why he has 7 fingers on one hand too.
I was gonna mention the fingers,
Yeah.
and they're a little bit too long as well.
Hmm.
That also explains the lack of leg hair.
Yeah. All makes sense.
He's getting restless now. He's playing with the mug.
There was definitely nothing in that mug.
No, I don't think there was anything. It's
You wouldn't
disappointing.
be able to twirl that mug like that.
Not without some spillage. You
No.
know, got to be some spillage there. He does look very contemplative.
Yeah. The word I was going to use is antsy.
And yeah, Ansie's a great. Okay, so he's cross-legged now. We can kind of it's still hard to tell if he's wearing any pants under there.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing all my energy to figuring out while he's not here.
I'm just like thinking about now how how riveting this is going to be as a podcast.
Well, the idea is that this is meant
he's
to
getting up
this is
to walk
supporting our video effort.
It is. You get more. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, look who it is.
Wow. Well, I could tell you straight off the cuff here, Mike has the best robe out of the 3.
Yeah, Mike's robe is killer.
Yeah. And what? Does he have Dookie socks on?
Oh, does he? Yeah, he does. He's wearing Doogie socks. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of antsy, Connor, I think we have found the kid who did not understand the assignment.
Yeah, he's just immediately kicking his slippers off, huh? Wow.
Oh, he's revealing he has a friend.
And pulling out his little bunny there. Yeah, no, Mike's wasting no time. Mike is wasting no time. In fact, if I was Billy, who I'm just assuming is standing there behind the camera, what, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I should have been showing off a little bit more because Mike's upstaging me right now.
I mean, but the whole point of this video is to not do that. It's to just relax and enjoy the ambiance. Now he's making the punk bunny doll dance.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? You were right. Trey really did show some restraint. Because I would have just assumed if anyone was going to do this shit, it would have been Trey. And Mike is just really going ham right now.
Mike is off the wall.
He's cradling the bunny in his arms like a baby.
He's doing everything.
He's pretending to have a conversation with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think they're talking about?
Oh man. Probably about coffee.
Yeah, probably about coffee. Now, what brew do you think Mike is drinking, or would be drinking if there was anything in his?
If there was anything in there, then I think he's. I don't know. Here I am sitting and thinking about different coffee brands. I don't know what the anniversary blend was one.
Anniversary blend is a good choice. Probably swung by the 7-Eleven before this shoot. Now he's what would you call that position?
He's like upside down in the chair.
Yeah, he's upside down in the chair.
Yeah, he's moved over. Now he's sitting on the side with his feet hanging over the side.
We're really getting the kind of the kid that Billy Joe met in 5th grade who wanted to upstage him, who was the class clown of their classroom.
Yeah.
This is definitely Mike in his purest form.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, he hasn't stopped.
No.
I keep thinking there's gonna be like a lull, like he's gonna do something, and that's like, okay, now he'll stay in that position for at least a minute or two. But it's like literally every 5 or so seconds, it's
Yeah.
like something else is
I know.
happening now.
He's doing something different.
Yeah,
He put the bunny on the reindeer,
yeah. He's moving again now. He's standing up,
standing up to yawn and
stretching.
stretch. Yeah. Now, do you think like Billy and Trey just didn't explain to him what the deal with this kind of video was?
Yeah, maybe Mike just didn't know what a Yule log was. You know?
Yeah, he didn't know how trendy the Yule log
Right,
was.
they're like trying to sit down and explain. Like Billy and Trey are like, okay, there's this popular trend we're trying to capitalize on. Mike's like,
this popular TikTok trend called the
Mike's
Yule
like,
log.
listen, guys, the Yule log has been around for fucking decades. I know what I'm doing. You don't need to tell me shit about the Yule log.
That's probably what happened. Because Connor, you would be doing if we did a Green Dudes 10-hour Yule log, you'd be doing the same shit.
That might be what we do next year for the
that would be fun. Yeah,
we will imagine be in the Yule log.
Imagine listening to the podcast version of that. It's just the fire crackling away.
Yeah.
Now that would be a real incentive to watch the video version.
Oh, definitely.
All right, now it looks like he is calming down a little bit. He's getting tired.
Oh yeah, he's nodding off.
Yeah.
Wonder how long that will last for.
What do you think he's dreaming about?
The Clash.
Yeah, probably about Rudy can't fail. Oh, he's up. He's up again. He's bouncing.
That was a cat nap. He's gonna lay on the floor.
Oh, he's looking at his presents.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, it's a lot of Punk Bunny.
Yeah.
Sniffing the Punk Bunny coffee, savoring it. Talking to the Punk Bunny again.
I wonder if he really hears the Punk Bunny talking back to him is the thing. Seems like it's happened enough. Like I'm almost convinced that there's a conversation that's going on.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I imagine after, maybe the first 5 hours, he will probably just think that the Punk Bunny is really talking to him. Now he's using ornaments as earrings.
Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. He's only been in the Yule log video for like 5 minutes now.
Yeah, he wastes no time. Oh, back to bed for him.
Same here, dude.
Maybe he just got food poisoning and he is delirious.
It could be. Unless it was just tofu or something.
It could have been just it's what was it called? Silken tofu?
Yes.
What is silken?
Oh, actually, can we stop talking about it?
All right, sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like very soft. That's
okay.
All. It's just like very, very soft, but it's
kind of like a boiled egg or something.
Almost like that texture, yeah.
Okay.
But it's starting to gross me out a bit. So.
Okay, sorry. You'll never have boiled eggs again, huh?
I already don't have boiled eggs.
Well, you're not going to start anytime soon.
No. When I was younger, I used to just eat the white part of the boiled egg. Now I'd get rid of the yolk.
That's really gross.
It says someone that's like 85% of the boiled egg.
Yeah, but like the main part is the yolk. That's like the good part.
I don't know. I always thought like the yolk after you boiled it was like so chalky.
It can be chalky, yeah.
I didn't like the texture of like the kind of like soft, the relative softness of the hard boiled egg after you peel the shell off with like the chalky yolk always made me feel weird. So I would take the yolk out and I would just eat it with just the white part.
That sounds insane.
Yeah, I don't think it's that crazy. I'm just sharing things.
No, it's nice. I appreciate, those are two big revelations now from our past that I wasn't aware of. I mean, I don't know if I ever witnessed you just eating the white part of the egg.
Probably not. I didn't really eat hard-boiled eggs in front of you.
Yeah, back then I wouldn't have either. I wouldn't have eaten
No.
hard-boiled eggs at all.
Right. Yeah, no, you're a changed man.
Yeah.
And now here, ooh, that's a classic Mike finger.
Oh yeah, he's doing the finger thing.
Wiggle right there, huh?
He's good at. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
You didn't watch me just do it just now?
Oh no, I missed you. I was watching Mike.
You missed? Oh yeah, check this out. Wait. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not quite as good as Mike, but
I felt like I did it better the first time.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Go back and watch it the first time I did.
That's what you would say.
I'm telling you, there's video evidence of it. Go back and watch it. It was better the first time.
All right, Mike. He's stealing a bag of Punk Bunny coffee.
Yeah.
Did you see that? That's caught on camera. That's on video.
What is this guy? Like the fucking Grinch?
Is he? Is this guy the bench? Or what?
What did you just call it?
Yeah, he's the bench.
Yeah.
It's like the Grinch, but bitchy.
Yeah.
Connor, I know you have cats, so I want to know if you ever watched The Grinch with them?
Which one?
Any of them? Because there's this video I saw on Instagram. Oh, okay. Mike has left the frame. Here is the Punk Bunny. Look how filthy that costume is.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
They've never washed it once. That's true. Did you know that?
When you look at it like that, I believe it.
Were you aware that it's never been washed?
Yes, because I feel like you tell me that every single time we talk about the costume.
Yeah, well, it's relevant info. It's relevant.
You're like, they've never watched it, right?
I mean, it's a fun fact.
Yeah. I think it's honestly, Connor, I think it might be a little bit like, when we're watching the American Idiot documentary and, the boys are kind of like, yeah, someone just stole the record and we just had to make a new record because someone stole it. And you're like, oh, well, do we really have to keep this up? Do we really have to keep this going? I mean, Connor, I don't know. I think if they never washed it, it might be dirtier.
Connor, it's fucking filthy. This has not been washed.
I feel like it might even be dirtier if they've never watched it. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I believe that they've never washed it. Maybe they have more than one costume. You ever think of that?
I mean, they probably do.
Yeah. So this is maybe just half of 25 years of dirt and grime.
Maybe.
You see the eye it's cracked open a little bit?
Yeah, I guess it's the right eye, but
yeah,
the way I'm looking at it, it looks like it's the left, right? That one there.
Yeah, so you can kind of actually see the eye of the person in the costume.
Yeah, you could get a peek through. This could be the final revelation in figuring out who's under that mask.
We could be the ones, Connor, to crack the code once and for all.
Computer, zoom in.
Upscale data.
Oh,
Connor, who do you think all these years has donned the costume? Have you ever put any thought into that?
Yeah, I have. And I kind of just think it alternates. I think that there's been nights, I think it can be Billy sometimes or Trey or Mike. And there might just be nights where they're like, fuck, let's have Kyle do it or whatever.
Yeah, fucking Kyle. We'll give him. We'll throw him a bone once in a while.
I'd be way more willing to believe that they've never washed the Punk Bunny costume, which I'll admit is possible. I'll admit it's possible. It just also kind of feels like a bit of a Green Day lore thing to me that they like to say. But I'll admit it's possible. But I'd be like, there's no way it's been the same person for all this time because
Oh yeah.
it just feels like it's got to change every so often.
Well,
so.
I mean, the thing about Green Day though is that they have like such a loyal crew, like people that have been with them the entire time, that like it actually could, even though it's not likely, it could be the same person all these years. But you know, because people do say, you know, maybe it's Trey, Billy, Mike, whatever. I mean, we know it's not Mike in this video 100% because he's, you know, the Punk Bunny here is sitting still relatively well.
Yeah.
We know Mike isn't capable of that.
I mean, unless this is the ultimate act.
That's true. It could be.
Maybe Mike was moving around so much, he made his movements so exaggerated. So when he comes back out in the Punk Bunny costume, you'd never question.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, there's no way it's Mike. And that's all part of the ruse.
That's true. It's possible. I mean, to my eyes, his like posture and sitting style is more like Billy's.
It is. It's definitely out of the three, definitely much more like Billy's.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows? It's a mystery that may never be solved.
I don't
Up there with Cigarettes and Valentines.
I don't think I really want it to be solved.
No, it would be a less magical world if we knew who donned that costume. I like to think that the band themselves don't even know, and that this bunny he just followed them from town to town, just always shows up, and they always let him on stage. Then he walks away into the night and then doesn't appear until showtime the next night.
Just could be.
But the thing that I was thinking though, because people are like, yeah, it could be one of the band members in the costume. I always think like, because the bunny is like dancing his tail off, you know, drunkenly stumbling over, you know, when Blitzkrieg Bop plays. Then that song stops, he gets pulled off, and then the band is they run out on stage and have their intro music start and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know if that's enough time to change out of the bunny costume and get into their stadium outfit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about like the time frame of every set they've ever played, but
You don't? I thought you were the expert.
I know. But you know, lately there's definitely enough time.
I think it would still be a rush. Especially with the getup that they're in, you know, and I feel like it would mess up with their hair and eyeliner and, you know.
Connor, these are punk rockers. You think they're going to give an F?
That's a good point, Connor. That's a good point.
Something to think about.
Now, Connor, as we are wrapping up the episode, I think the Punk Bunny is nearly at his end, and you know, it's funny how fast 10 hours, you know, can fly by.
Yeah, I mean, after somehow, some way, putting on that speed up time, which you didn't mean to do at all.
No, it was just a total accident, and I couldn't even fix it. It
is crazy how that happens. Connor, I just got to ask you before you do your transition or whatever into whatever this wrap up is going to be. What were you going to ask me about my cats on the bench or whatever? Like, what was the fuck was
that? Your cat's in the bench. No, I saw.
It's like Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, my cat's in the bench. No, I saw a video on Instagram of these cats. It was like video of different people's cats, and they're all watching The Grinch, and they're all like really mesmerized by it.
Oh,
And like people are saying like that's the one thing that the cats just get sucked in. They love the Grinch no matter which version. It was different versions. It was all like no matter who is voicing the Grinch. If the Grinch is on the screen, the cat's looking.
hmm. You know, that is possible because one of my cats does kind of like to watch TV
Yeah.
sometimes, and yeah, I think she has watched The Grinch with us before. The other
Hmm.
one doesn't care, but
Okay.
at least one of these cats is a Grinch fan. So do it
Well,
that way you will.
maybe next time you put the Grinch on, you find the one who doesn't watch TV. You just plop her right in front of the TV and see if it just locks her in.
Yeah, right. You know, this is your mandated Grinch time now.
Yeah.
You
It's your
binge.
it's your mandated Grinch time binge. All right. As we're wrapping this up, we do go to our lovely friends and fans and Green Day fandom at large and take a look at what they're saying in our anti-social media
We are.
segment. So I figured it was only appropriate to take a look at what people were saying about the and there the Punk Bunny is walking away. Look, it just transitions right back
Yeah.
to Billy.
That was quite the transition right there.
Do you
Made
think
only
there's
possible by a fire not burning in the Yule log.
that's the truth. Do you think there's any truth? I heard some rumblings that this is actually it's a 1 hour video that's just looped 10 times.
Well, that sounds absurd.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw it by you because I don't believe they would deceive us that way.
I don't believe it for a second.
So Connor, I did want to dig in very quickly. We're wrapping up today's holiday special, but I wanted to see what the hardcore fans were saying about this Yule log video.
Let's hear it.
We're starting here on YouTube. This is Adam Nagy 1746. Adam says, people in 1900 saying we'll have flying cars in 2024. 2024, Green Day ASMR.
Yeah. This is better than
Now,
flying cars, though, isn't it?
I think it is better than flying cars. I've seen the term ASMR floated around a little bit. I don't know if this actually qualifies as ASMR.
I don't feel like it does because the only audio is just the continuous crackling fire.
Yeah.
If you got slurping from the coffee or the rustling of them moving around
Yes.
or, all of Mike's tomfoolery, but there's no audio for that. So I don't think so.
Or Trey talking to you like this, like hi everybody. I'm the dominated love slave.
Yeah.
Then that would be ASMR.
Yeah, and it would be a little freaky to hear.
It would be freaky.
It was a little freaky to hear just now, but
yeah. I mean, I could keep going if you want.
Maybe.
We'll think about it. Next up, we have Neonim 3735. Neonim says, dropping this during final season was such a big brain move.
Dude. That's what I should have been doing because I was saying that I was finishing school myself for this semester. Why was I not writing all my papers while having the Green Day Yule log?
Yeah. I was going to ask if you did do that, but this was your first time watching the video?
It was. Yeah.
Wow. Now as somebody who does essays, and I've heard people kind of it's this concept of body doubling. Have you heard of that?
No, what's that?
Where they just have somebody on a stream or somebody in the room with them, just by being there helps them focus and get whatever task they are doing done.
Yeah, that's definitely true for me personally, but like it has to be a physical presence. Like
Okay.
I will waste so much time if I'm by myself, but if my wife's next to me and she's like, "Are you writing that paper?" I'll be like, "Oh, yes,"
Yeah.
But I can't just like pretend that it's kind of like some dumbass fucking shit. I can't just pretend someone's there by watching
Yeah,
a
it's
video.
just a video. You have to have somebody kind of skeptic and
Yes.
concerned.
Yeah, someone who kind of knows I'm a bullshitter
Yeah.
and will avoid doing work at pretty much all costs and loves me in spite of that. Like
Yeah.
that's the exact combination that I need. And so that's fine. But um I don't think playing a bit, and honestly, I do think it's a bit. I don't hate to always bring it, but I do think it's a bit of like a not a generational divide because millennials love ASMR and all these. But like when I was actually going to school, like the first time, um, I just don't think this stuff mattered as much. Like I think there was like the whole lo-fi beats to study. Like I don't know if that really like blew up, but I don't know
That was
when that
before it
all
was a trend.
it was right. So I don't know, like when I was writing papers, it was pretty much just like, well, you know, you have to drink a whole bunch of caffeine and then you stay up all night and you do it. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I need to like set the ambiance. It's like, no, you do it. So
Back in my day, we just got shit done.
we just did it.
I hear you. Next up, we have Green Day 224. Green Day 224 says, "You could start this video and listen to every Green Day album, and this video would end 34 seconds before the last song ends."
Hmm. They should have made this U-log video 34 seconds longer.
Yes.
So it would be the exact length of time as Green Day's discography, and you could sync them up
Yes,
perfectly and play them
exactly.
side by side.
That should have been the intention from the start. Now, I mean, for me, honestly, 10 hours and 34 seconds seems a little bit short to me. So I'm assuming they're counting their studio main discography.
Hmm.
Because I got to imagine it would be a bit longer with everything else packed in there.
Yeah, no, I think this is just the studio albums. And even then, like if I had to guess how long the combined length of all their studio albums was, I probably would have gone up a bit more anyways.
Yeah, same here.
But who's to say? I haven't checked.
Yeah. Next up, we have Vintage JK. They say, "My favorite uncles can finally attend Christmas this year."
Nice. Yep.
Imagine if Green Day were your uncles.
Yeah. Just all of Green Day.
All three of them were your uncles, and you saw them every year at Christmas. That would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And for some people, for a very small number of people, that is their very bizarre reality that they inhabit.
That's true. I wonder what Christmas is like in their household.
Yep. When the Grunkles come to visit.
When the Grunkles come to visit. Dominated Love Slave, but there's two eyes. Says 10 hours of Billy sipping coffee. Oh yeah, we're jacking it tonight. What do you think of that one?
I'm just like, are they going to be jacking it for 10 hours? Because
Connor, I think that's what gooning is.
oh no.
I think I've uncovered. I think that exact thing is what gooning is.
Have you done more research into this, or is this just kind of fallen into your lap?
No, I've just I'm kind of like putting the pieces together.
Yeah, right.
Context clues in various moments.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, you might be right.
Fans, listeners, yeah, never mind. Actually, we're good.
Yeah.
Next up we have Lazar Cats. Lazar Cats says, "Mike was really giving Mr. Bean vibes in this with that bunny."
Dude, 100%.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean vibes.
He is kind of Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder if I wouldn't be surprised if that was like an inspiration for him.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I don't think I've ever thought about that, but now I see it. Especially that one face he makes where it's like,
yes, I know. I'm thinking of the yes.
You know, I don't know.
Everyone listening is thinking of the exact same face.
Yes, like that's such a Mr. Bean face.
That's
to pull,
so Mr.
so,
Bean. Yeah, that absolutely. Could see him just watching that on the tour bus.
Yeah, for real. He's
You know.
probably a classic Mr. Bean fan.
Now Broke Fumo 666 says Billy was either paid too much or the right amount to do this, or nothing at all.
Too much, or the right amount, or nothing. Like what a spectrum of possibilities to include on this comment.
Like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like too little wasn't an option.
Too little
you
is
know?
not, because Billy would not do this for too little money. He would
Right.
either do it for out of the kindness of his heart for free, or he would be paid adequately.
Right. Or an obscene amount that he would not turn down.
Or yes, absolutely, or just like $1 million.
Right. One of
That's
those three options.
one of those three. But paying him too little, that's not going to happen, because we know what kind of guy Billy is.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were trying to say, but they lost it along the way.
Yeah.
It didn't cross the finish line. Last but not least, we have Tanya Raven 5867. Tanya says, "This is hysterical. However, if you are working weekend triage in a call center, maybe don't play this. Legit almost lost my shit during an urgent call when Mike Dirnt started his tomfoolery."
Wow. I like how this commenter and myself just referred to Mike's antics as tomfoolery too, because it feels like that's exactly what it is. Like
that's his MO. And it's funny too, because like I feel like he turns into the most serious person in the world when you throw him on stage and put a bass in his hands.
Mhm.
And then off stage he's Mr. Bean.
Yeah. And then wait, so this person is at an urgent care call center or something?
Yeah, so they're like, I think they're like answering urgent medical
Right.
calls, and meanwhile they're cracking up at Mike Dirnt
Right.
stuffing the bunny in his robe.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, okay, sorry, just wait a second. Oh my god, you know that band Green? You know that band Green Day? You know that band Green Day? And then the person on the other line's like, I think I'm dying.
Yeah, right. Oh, I think it's the tofu. I have
I
food
think it's the tofu.
poisoning.
And then then they're fucking cracking up, and you're trying to talk about that it was the silken tofu that tastes, that kind of is the texture of eggs.
Oh, stop it. Stop.
Okay. Anyways,
but it's you know, it's like, yeah, like I love Green Day too, but you know, come on.
Do your Connor, I bet this Tanya, who works at the urgent care call center, I bet she gets paid way too much, or the right amount, or nothing at all.
Yeah, definitely one of those three things.
Because
she probably wouldn't say she gets paid too little. She would either say it's the exact right amount, or too much,
or nothing at all. That's just, I can tell by the quality of her job performance. All right, Connor, do we have a winner, a comment of the week award?
You know, somewhere in there we do, Connor, but I'm gonna need you to do some of that heavy lifting this time around.
Let me nominate this guy. Let's see. All right. I mean, all right. Okay. I'm gonna narrow it down between two.
Okay, please do. I'll have the deciding vote.
Okay, so we have Dominated Love Slave with oh yeah, we're jacking it tonight.
Okay, great.
And we have Lazar Cats with Mike was really giving Mr. Bean vibes in this.
Ooh, okay. Good two options, and I'll happily narrow it down. I'm gonna give the winning vote to Lazar Cats, Mr. Bean vibes, because
yeah,
you know, I don't know if that's a comparison that's thrown around very often, but I don't think I've really heard that before, and kind of felt like it made some like lights go off in my head. I was like, yeah, like I should have thought about that, because that's pretty accurate.
It is. I think it's. I mean, I think the Jack in It one is. I mean, honestly, that kind of brought an epiphany too with the whole gooning thing. But
that's true, right? There was a gooning epiphany.
Yeah, but this Lazar Cats comment really does feel like a minor epiphany about Mike's character and his personality. So I think that's probably the most valuable of the bunch for me. So Connor,
Mhm.
I agree with your nomination. Lazarcats, congratulations, you win comment of the week. You can get in touch with us via social media or email if you want to redeem your prize. Connor, do you have any other final holiday thoughts? Any final holiday cheer that you want to share with the world before we wrap the episode up?
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you all for listening and being a part of this Green Dudes journey. It's cool that we've been able to do this for a whole other year,
Yeah.
and just go song by song discussing Green Day's vast discography. So thank you, listeners and now viewers, for sticking with us as we go through it. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, and fear not, next week we will probably be resuming our regular programming, which means we'll be talking about pulling teeth off Dookie. Very exciting. If you want to follow us on social media, you can. We are at Green Dudes Pod on both Twitter and Instagram. We're also on Blue Sky, but haven't started using that regularly yet. We'll see. You can email us at greendudespod@gmail.com if you want to, share your Green Day holiday stories, uh, of which I'm sure there are many. Um, please shoot us an email for whatever reason. Love to connect with fellow Green Day fans. And yeah, I wish everybody a happy holiday season. And I hope you got some Green Day merch in your stockings. Um, can't wait to see it all because everyone loves to post their Green Day merch on the Green Day subreddit. They say, "Look at the T-shirt I got.
Right.
Look, I finally got Dose on CD." Then everyone's gonna be like, "What? Return it, send it back."
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be fun. We'll
That'll
talk
be
about all
fun.
those.
That'll be fun. Anyways, folks, we will be back next week. But as always, folks, until next time, stay
Stay punk.
punk. All right, and signing off of the stream. Goodbye, everybody.